Let's analyze together Nebius Group, but before that, read the disclaimer right here in the video description below and subscribe to our YouTube channel right now if you are not already, and to watch more content like this, the most popular stocks on Wall Street. At this particular point, guys, the trade, the price action on Nebius is at $94. It's like more than 200% year to date, which is insane. And the key question here is like, will this uptrend continue? Let's analyze it together with the fundamentals. And the fundamentals, actually, what we have right now, it's in quarters, of course. The last one was minus 119, which is very surprising, because it was making new highs. And the stock is making losses every time, They were in profits back in June 2025, and this is probably the reason of this incredible rally, It's like, look at these earnings. It was announced back in August, and after the earnings, look at this area that we have right now. It's interesting because normally these upturns start before the earnings. Why? Because probably they are insider trading, there are people obviously that they already know what's going to happen in the coming quarter that maybe you don't know yet. So obviously the price starts to go up, but after the earnings are released, a new wave of investors, they realize what's happening and they invest. And probably this is the reason why we have two rallies. The first one before the earnings right here, and we're talking about more than 160 already. It was kind of huge. And the second rally after the earnings, another 171%. So overall, the rally was, wow, almost 600%, which is incredibly insane. But the key question here is like, if the upturn is gonna continue. For that, we have to go to the future. We have to go to the forecast. And the forecast, we have 7 analysts from Wall Street calling the stock. 67% is the expectations that they have from current levels on average. The most optimistic analyst thinks the stock should go up more than 122%. Even the most pessimistic one, more than 16%, nearly 60%, which is insane. But for me, there is a contradicting information. We have contradicting information right here. This is my opinion, of course. But look at the EPS forecast right here. Look at the estimate that we're going to have in the upcoming 2 quarters, or even 3 quarters or 4 quarters. It's kind of horrible, Look at the comparison between the EPS and earnings per share, which is related with the net income, in comparison to the upcoming quarters. It's like we're going to have very bad earnings in the 4 quarters. The 4 quarters that we have in 2026 and the end of 2025 is going to be horrible. And actually, what's even more surprising is the reported earnings of 2024. It was minus 0.95 in comparison to the estimate of 3. And the expectations right here for this year and the upcoming year is going to be horrible. Normally, I don't like to invest in stocks that are in losses or that we have expectations to enter into losses, which is a completely different story in comparison to the past. So the coming future is not going to be good. It's very contradicting because we have a strong bias and we have like a forecast that is going to perform really well. But at the same time, we have a very bad EPS forecast right here for the coming 2 years. So obviously, at this point, it's like maybe we have to rely more on technical analysis than fundamentals. But you got to be careful because if we see a breakout of this support level, the situation can get ugly, because you have those fundamentals that are going to be negative in the upcoming quarters, So that's the danger, the danger situation that we're going to face with this stock. It's like, it's a company that is in losses, and it's a little bit overvaluated because a market cap of 23 billion is kind of, huge for a stock that is in losses. You can see here the market cap. And then we have their technical analysis and the trend, which is still bullish, and this is the truth. But right now it's correcting, as you can see. If there was like a bullish trend since April 2025 till October 2025, right now it's correcting, but we are still in the support level. So at this point, if we see this red line going, horizontal, and then it reverses, and we start to see a green line, a new uptrend could start, and that's very positive for the stock. But if we don't see a correction, and even more, if we see a breakout below this level, we could face like a very severe correction, because the fundamentals are there. So, and then we have also, we're going to see the volume profile, because the volume profile is signaling other areas of interest. Let's actually select this area right here, a lot of, data. Look at the product control that we have, so all the volume, the most trading volume was when it was trading back in $34. per share, and we're currently trading at 3 times that level. And the problematic thing I would say that we have right here is like we don't have like a lot of trading volume. So a correction at least to the $67 area and the $15 area. I'm actually gonna draw these lines for future analysis. So it could happen, you know, these 3 levels, and the 67, the 50 level, and also the point of control, of course, which is it could be normal that it goes that way, especially if the earnings are bad. You know, it's like we see a report the earnings that is worse than expectations. You know, it's not guaranteed, but obviously in terms of probabilities, it tends to go to the point of control again. So leave your comments below about what do you think about the stock. Do you think it's a good one for the long term? Do you think it's just speculative? Remember, guys, the Nebius Group is a technology company that provides infrastructure and services to AI builders worldwide. So obviously, if we see like a huge drop in the AI sector in terms of, you know, the bubble explodes, this stock could face like a huge downtrend, you know, very, very severe. Guarantee if that happens, the point of control, we could reach that level very, very fast, you know. Actually, this is just a correction, and the bubble didn't explode yet. Imagine that it explodes. It's like the downturn could be very severe. Remember, guys, that we're in a bubble territory. What happened back in the Nasdaq in 2000? The downtrend was 85% only for the index. So there are stocks that they entered into bankruptcy very fast in less than a year. So especially companies that are losses like this one, you know. So this is the dangerous situation with this one. So apart from that, guys, let's gonna end this video with the seasonals. And the seasonals is like the overall price action that we have over the last years. And look at this 2025. It's like one of the best years of the company. This is very interesting. If we add more years, we never had a year like this before with this company. Another signal of overvaluation. Remember, guys, that we may have news about what's going to happen in the future, and they're going to make a lot of profits, but then the reality comes in if they are still making losses. Even if we have expectation of having even more severe losses, this downturn, you know, could be very dramatic, especially when we are trading in its overvaluation territory. So thank you very much for watching this video, guys. I'll see you in the next one, and leave your comments below in the video description about what do you think about the stock. Bye bye.